Good morning. I wanted to do a Q&A with you guys today. I asked you to send in questions and I got a whole bunch of them. Hopefully this will be the first of a few or many Q&As that I do. I personally have an attention span of about 3 minutes, so I'm going to keep them pretty short and do as many as I need to get through all your questions. So let's get started. So Dawn asks, my question is about chores. We don't have assigned or mandated chores, but are having trouble getting my 12-year-old to participate in keeping the house picked up. Any ideas on how to approach this? She says her husband works from home and he's bothered by the clutter, and she wants to just be able to have help to keep the main areas of the house picked up. I have a couple thoughts on this. First, I do have a couple blog posts that I've written about this topic, so I'll put those down below. And one thing I've learned about this is that everyone just has their own personal level of natural tidiness. I have 4 kids, and one of them is very, very naturally neat, likes everything in its place. His room, there's nothing extra, there's no clutter. His desk is always neat. And then there's people like me who tend to make a mess everywhere we go. And tend to be more scattered with our things. And then even besides that, people are bothered by different amounts of mess and clutter. I actually make big messes, but I'm also bothered by it. So I've had to teach myself that, you know, if I'm bothered by a mess, then I need to pick it up because that's what I need to work better. Some people work better amongst the clutter, and the thing with a family is you have to find a way for everyone to respect everyone else's personal level of clutter, and also have areas for them to keep it the way they like, and also respect the way the family operates best in the main living areas. If the husband works from home and he's bothered by a certain amount of clutter, then it's respectful to him for the family to help keep that clean for him. Now, for a child who may not be someone who naturally picks up clutter, there's a couple different ways to go about that. I would say first is adjust how you are approaching the problem. For me, I had to adjust my own stress level and realize that if I had a problem with a mess, I could pick it up instead of spewing frustration out on my family. Not saying that that's what this person is doing, but that's what I did, and it was remarkably unhelpful and counterproductive to actually getting anything done. So first step is make sure that you are calm and peaceful and about the housekeeping. Second thing is, because once you're calm and peaceful about it, people will naturally be more likely to want to help rather than helping the person who's going, oh, this mess is driving me crazy. So that's the first step. Secondly is just having baskets or bins or something out so that if someone is bothered by a mess, or it's the end of the day, or maybe twice a day, however messy your house gets, you can just toss things into a basket. And then when it's, if it's your son's things, or if it's your things, or your husband's things, then they can just be put away later. But in the meantime, they're all kept neat and contained, and it doesn't get overwhelming for anyone. Finally, I'd just say, when you feel the need to pick up, it's the end of the day, someone's getting stressed, just ask, make it lighthearted, make it a game, sometimes what I'll do is, if the house has gotten a little sketchy and I'm feeling stressed out, I'll just say, hey guys, I'm going to set the timer for 15 minutes. If you could just pitch in and we could all work for 15 minutes, get it done. They don't have to join in. 9 times out of 10 they do, because they understand. Sometimes you just pitch in. because that's what you do to help out when people are needing that. So one more quick question I thought was fun. Heather says, what's your cat's name and what's her worst habit? I'm going to put a picture of my cat so you can see her, but her name is Skylar. Officially, no one calls her that. Everyone calls her Kitty because my daughter changed her name about 20 times in her first month living with us. So none of them ever stuck. Her name is Skylar officially with the vet though, but we call her Kitty. Except for my husband who calls her words that I can't repeat. Her worst habit, she's a pretty typical cat, so she has a lot of bad habits. I love her, but she has a lot of bad habits. Personally, I think the worst one is she likes to sleep with you in bed, and she'll snuggle till about 3, maybe, sometimes 2. And then after that, it's open season in trying to murder and scratch and bite and attack your feet or your legs or your arms or any part of you that moves under the covers. But she's awesome and I love her. And that's all. Thank you. And I will be back next week, hopefully, for another Q&A.